I grew up in Montgomery County, in a neighborhood bordered by empty fields and woods. The only wildlife I ever experienced was the Gittleman's St. Bernard, Brandy, who at best could blanket you in her slobber. I moved to Drexel Hill about 8 years ago, and I've come to regard Delaware County as the wild kingdom of Delco. My experiences in the past summer have been some that have been nothing like what I experienced growing up. The occasional squirrels and rabbits and foxes that run through my neighborhood, they don't cause me much alarm. Neither do the deer that I see on my front lawn sometimes. However, except for the ones that were sprinting across Route 1 last November, I didn't nearly hit them, but I almost died of a heart attack, actually, watching them sprint across Route 1, which I call NASCAR North. So these experiences, even though they were varied, there's Waddles. Waddles is the somewhat affectionate name I've given the skunk that lives in my neighborhood, who comes out on warm summer nights and will park himself in front of the apartment steps and wait or be looking for food while I wait in the car for him to move because I'm terrified of getting skunked. But other than that, even though these have been numerous, they're nothing like what I encountered one summer day down the street from my house. Recently, this past summer, I rediscovered my love of fishing, and I've been fishing down the street from Drexelbrook, where I live. And as a female by herself, I carry pepper spray, and I'm always on guard. So one day it was late afternoon, and I was fishing, and it was very quiet, well, except for Bishop Road sound that was above. But it was quiet, and it was peaceful, until I heard the noise and the rustling, and it got louder and louder. And I became alarmed, and I thought, well, I better get my pepper spray. And then there they came, crashing down the hill. A clucking flock of chickens. I didn't know what to do. I stood there in amazement as they came towards me. There were about 12 of them. And I thought to myself, oh my God, Hitchcock's The Birds. Tippi Hedren was a teacher. I'm a teacher. How horrible is it going to be pecked to death by chickens? Is my pepper spray going to work? I didn't even catch any fish today to make any of this worth it. And I should have stayed home and watched Dr. Phil. And there was a road right in front of me, and I was like, this is not how I want to find out why the chicken crossed the road. So they got to the road and they stopped. And I stood there. I mean, right now I laugh because I think it was pretty ridiculous that I was afraid of a bunch of chickens. But if you're standing there by yourself with the pepper spray against 12 chickens, it's pretty scary. But they stopped by the road, and they just went on their merry way. And I waited about 10 minutes, and I thought, okay, it's safe. I'm going in the other direction. It's time to leave. I packed up my gear. And as I was going down the road, a car was coming up the lane, and I thought, oh great, well now they're going to tell me I'm trespassing, and now I'm going to get in trouble. And the car drove up, and sure enough, the woman stopped, and she rolled down the window, and she looked at me, and she said, did you see any chickens? And as though I fielded this question every day for my entire life, I looked at her and I said, why yes, they're right down the road. So she looked at me and she said, oh, okay, thank you. We see lots of things here. She said, we've even seen a mountain lion. Well, a mountain lion you expect to see in the woods, but chickens, never. Thank you.